New Year's is coming up. We got like 60 more days up until New Year. I want you to already start making your 2026 goals, right? Think about that. Because if you haven't done shit this year, maybe next year you got it. What's good, y'all? This is episode 3 of Jalen Yaps into brainwashing you into becoming your best version. So with that being said, today we are going to be talking about how I used the law of attraction to create my dream life at the age of 22. Now, you may be talking, bro, what do you mean dream life? I've solo traveled so many different countries already, right? I've completed marathon, Hyroxes, so many fitness things. I've started training people around the world, right? And now I finally just moved out of my house at 22 years old into a content house. This, in a way, is my dream life. I'm not exactly where I want to be yet, but if I gotta say so myself, I am proud of where I've came from, where I've started. Before, I used to be skinny, insecure, sometimes even anxious about the way I looked. If I have to completely be honest, right? I wasn't a confident person back in 2021. I was not a confident person, right? And I suffered from severe acne back at that time. And I remember those days were like, bro, there'd be some days where like I genuinely did not want to go outside just because of the way I looked, and I just was scared of being perceived by other people and just being judged, right? But the moment I decided to lock in on my goals and use the law of attraction to manifest my dream physique, my dream body, right? I'm now in a current financial situation where like I can just book trips here and there, right? All thanks to God. But it was never that easy, right? To get to this point, you gotta start somewhere. Now I know a lot of people out there that are watching this video, you guys are probably starting at a point where it's like you probably have no hope, right? You know, you're not getting attraction from girls, right? You're not getting a job, you're probably jobless. But I'm telling you right now, if you focus on just locking in for 6 months, right? Focus on yourself and not women. Build your physical, your mental, and your financial. Everything else will just come, right? That's one thing I've noticed, is in order to attract better things in life, you got to see yourself as worthy, as attracting that. So it all starts within. You got to start going to the gym, right? Becoming a man of value. Once you start going to the gym, that's the first block of self-improvement that I think every person should focus on, is their physical health, their fitness, right? You're dieting, you're going to the gym, like all of that. Keeping that discipline is gonna help in every other area of your life. Just that has worked for me into achieving my goals. I always notice this is when I would make a vision board at the beginning of the year. Hey, New Year's is coming up. We got like 60 more days up until New Year. I want you to already start making your 2026 goals, right? Think about that. Because if you haven't done shit this year, maybe next year you got it. But the reality is, you shouldn't even be waiting for the year. You should start now. But a lot of people, I don't know, y'all just like to start on New Year's just because it's like a reset. Bro, first off, the calendar, it's all just a scheme. Like, it's just a number in our brain. Like, you can start right now. The moment right now is all that matters. Once you have that vision, God is going to give you that action steps in order to get to that goal, right? Now, God's not going to just hand you everything onto your lap, right? He's not gonna give you everything you dream of just because you're wishing to the gods, like, yo, you're like, it doesn't work like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta go out, you gotta put in the work, right? And when you put in the work, and when God sees you ready to achieve or just receive this blessing, that's when it'll come. It won't come from just sitting in your room every single day. Oh, you gotta be able to go out there and be ready to receive the opportunities. Because that's one thing I've learned. The reason why I've been able to just attract a lot of opportunities in my life is because I've been going out. Like whenever I get invited somewhere, or whenever like I know that this will be a good move towards my career or just my progression, I go there. I'm not like, you're not supposed to be afraid when you're going to these things, because in order to receive these blessings, you got to step into the unknown. When you step into the unknown is when you start to grow, right? And when you grow, the more you grow, the bigger the blessing. Faith without works is dead. Let me say this again. Faith without works is dead. You're not gonna get anything without putting in any work. A lot of you guys might be in a season where it's time to start planting. The reason why you haven't seen any fruits is because you haven't sown anything. Like you haven't been going to the gym. You haven't took the risk on your business. You haven't made that post. You're expecting to get that dream body. You're expecting to get that 1 million subscriber on YouTube or Instagram, right? When you haven't made a single post. Every time you do something, like go to the gym or whatever, you're planting a seed, right? That will then harvest down the future, right? So if there's one thing that you can take from this video, is plant the seeds today. You might not see the reward in a year or two, but when you do your due diligence and you put in the work, you will attract a dream life. So with that being said, if you do want to lock in with your fitness, achieve your dream physique, and just level up in life in all areas, you can book a one-on-one call with me for free, right? Where we can talk about what your goals are so that we can help you get on the right track to becoming your best version. So stop wasting time now, because if you keep waiting to plant that seed, you're never going to get it done. So if you want to get that done, make sure you book that call and we can get locked in. We can get started. So with that being said, it's your boy Jalen. I'm signing out. Thank you for tuning in. Peace.